Hello everyone. Let's come to the top of our mat. Begin to deepen your breath. Eyes are closed. Hands are at heart center. Full inhales, full exhales. With your inhale, reaching your arms up. Swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, inhaling all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times. Full inhale, reaching the arms up. Swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, inhaling all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Full inhale, reaching your arms up. Swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step the feet back. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal out through your feet. Let's take about 5 full inhales, 5 full exhales. Step forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to heart center. Again, reaching the arms up. Swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog on the inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep drawing the navel in towards your spine, reaching your tailbone up. Deepening your breath. Step forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to heart center. Again, full inhale, reaching up. Swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back, plank. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lifting your right leg, bend your knee, open up the hip. Bring it through to lizard. So stepping the right foot to the outside of your right hand, grounding down through the left knee. So you can either stay on your palms. If you have blocks at home, you can use your blocks, or you can come down to your forearms like I am doing. So with warming up, I'm moving side to side. Connecting to my breath, noticing how my body feels. And then finding low lunge, Anjaneyasana. So either rest the hands on your knees or you can reach down towards the mat, whatever feels good to you. Down dog. Switching sides, lifting the left leg, bend your knee, open up the hip, and then finding lizard on your left. Just take your time. You can add some sways from side to side. As you begin your practice, find your drishti as a way to focus inward. Again, finding low lunge, either hands to your left knee or reaching down towards the mat. And closing your eyes if that is comfortable for you. Then find downward facing dog again. From here, let's just kind of warm up the body, doing some tuck jumps. You can do this at a wall. So really trying to send your shoulders past your wrist and jumping forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Sit low in your chair, Utkatasana. Hands to heart center, right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Stacking your left shoulder on top of your right. Coming back through center and switch sides. Keep your knees in line with one another. Rock the weight into your heels. Reaching up, back through center. Interlace the fingers back behind you and fold forward. Release your hands. Jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Bend your knee, open up the hip. Knee to nose. Three-legged. Right knee, right tricep. Three-legged dog. Right knee, left tricep, tap the arm. Three-legged. Warrior one. Reach the arms up, bend into your front knee. Keep pressing into the outer edge of your back foot. Find your plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side, lift your left leg. Knee to nose. Three-legged. Left knee, left tricep. Three-legged dog. Left knee, right tricep. Warrior one. Inhale. Hold. Breathe. Keep bending into your front knee as you shift your left hip back, right hip forward. And find your plank, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Let's take about 3 cycles of breath. Continuing to breathe here. Come high on your toes, bend your knees, jump. 3 times, I believe. Maybe 5. Yep, 5 times. And jump forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, sit low, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Continue to deepen your breath. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to the heart, twist. Left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Keep drawing the navel in. Keep stacking your right shoulder on top of your left. Coming back through center and switch sides. Exhale, forward fold as you interlace your fingers, folding over your legs. Release, jump back, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Lift your right leg, bend your knee, open up the hip. Knee to nose, three-legged, stretch it straight. Right knee, right tricep, three-legged. Right knee, left tricep, three-legged. And again, warrior one. Reach the arms up, palms meet. Breathe. Frame the front foot, step back plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. And left side, lift, bend the knee, open up the hip, knee to nose, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, inhale it back, exhale it forward, inhale it back, warrior one. Ground down through the right foot, reach your arms up, pause, breathe. Frame your front foot, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And taking your time in your down dog. At any time, if you need to take a child's pose, you can. Or if you want to strengthen, come into dolphin. So again, 5 tuck jumps here. Get the hips high. You can always pause the video and play around with it up against a wall. Jump forward. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose. Bend the knees. Reach the arms up. Then bring the hands to heart center. And take your feet as wide as your mat. Sit it low in Malasana. So getting into the hips a little bit more. Connecting to your breath. Closing your eyes. Just breathe here. Pause. Stand up. Bring the feet together or hip distance, hands to heart center. Reach the arms up, swan dive forward fold, halfway lift, jump back chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Lift your right leg, bend your knee, open up the hip. Come into Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Keep reaching towards the mat. Open up your chest. And frame your front foot. Straighten your front leg, half split. Fold forward. Keep shifting your right hip back, left hip forward. So I'm holding each of the postures for 5 cycles of breath. So Chapasana. So you can always come into half moon if that is more comfortable for you. But I'm grabbing hold of my left foot, opening up my left hip flexor, my quad, and my left shoulder. My favorite posture, coming into Ardha Matsyendrasana, finding a twist. So really planting down through the right foot. Be light on your right fingertips. Wrap your left arm around the knee. And then again, come into half moon or Chapasana, whatever feels good. Keep your core engaged. Keep reaching through the left heel. And really open up your chest here. High lunge, ground down through the back foot. Reach your arms up and then kind of draw the left knee into the chest and then come into standing pigeon. And then reach it up as I almost lose my balance. Warrior 3. Reach back through the left heel. Draw the left knee into your chest. Standing pigeon, crossing ankle over knee. Draw the knee back up. Warrior 3. And again, left knee comes in. Cross the left ankle, squat it down. Draw the left knee back into the chest. Warrior 3 and hold. Soft bend in your standing leg. And then find Anjaneyasana again, but reach your arms up and gaze up. Keep shifting your right hip back, left hip forward. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open up the hip, and drop it back into Wild Thing. Find your plank and hold. 5 cycles of breath here. Just take your time, chaturanga, hold. You can always modify by dropping the knees. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Switch sides. Lift the left leg. Bend your knee, open up the hip, and then find your low lunge. So reaching towards the mat. Five cycles of breath. Half split. Left foot is flexed, shifting your left hip back, right hip forward. Continue to breathe. And then Chapasana. Grab hold of the right foot, open up through the right shoulder, navel drawn in. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Have a seat. And really wrap your right arm around your left knee. Have the left, have the left foot be grounded. Keep gazing over your left shoulder. Half moon, open up. Light with the left hand. Keep reaching through the right heel. Keep reaching up with your right hand. High lunge. Take your time. And then that balancing sequence. Draw the right knee in. Cross it over. Standing pigeon. Lifting back up. Warrior 3. So we will do this 3 times. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, warrior 3, and hold. Breathe. Bend into your left knee, low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Deepen your breath. Three-legged dog. Then drop it into Wild Thing. Hips are lifting, core is engaged. Relax your head and your neck. Be strong in your legs. And hold your plank. Navel drawn in. Keep drawing the inner thighs towards one another, but keep the feet separated. Keep gazing down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Then drop down to your knees. Let's stretch out our chest and shoulders with extended puppy pose. Just deepen your breath. Finding stillness. Eyes are closed. Tailbone is lifted. Core is engaged. Continue to breathe. Down dog. So repeating the sequence, lifting the right leg, find your low lunge, reaching towards the mat, half split. So we are going a little bit faster. Chapasana, open up the chest, core is engaged. Ardha Matsyendrasana, finding your twist. Unravel, half moon, inhale, reach up. High lunge. Balancing sequence, left knee comes in. Cross it, squat, exhale, inhale, warrior 3, exhale. Inhale, draw the left knee in, cross it, exhale, squat it down. Inhale, lifting the knee up, exhale, warrior 3. And one more time, full inhale, exhale, inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior 3. Hold. So I'm holding on to my diaphragm, breathing into my palms. Low lunge again, but the arms are reaching up. This time I interlaced my fingers, pointer fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. Just creating space. Warrior 3. Bend your knee, open up the hip, drop it back into Wild Thing. And hold. Find your plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. And finding three-legged dog, bend your knee. And come into low lunge. Half split, exhale. And Shavasana again. Grab hold of your right foot. Open up through the top shoulder. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Have a seat. Take a deeper twist here if that's comfortable for you. Half moon again. Keep reaching through the right heel. And take your time, high lunge. Inhale the arms up, then draw the right knee into your chest. Cross the right ankle over your left knee. Exhale, inhale, exhale, three-legged. Inhale, draw the knee in. Exhale, cross it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, three-legged. And last time, inhale, exhale, cross. Inhale, lift. Three-legged dog. Grab hold of your diaphragm. Breathe into your palms. Keep reaching through the right heel. Low lunge. Ground down through the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, reach your arms up. Breathe. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open up the hip, and drop it back into Wild Thing. Lift the hips. Use your core, use your legs. So really press. Find your plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Extended puppy pose. Keep reaching the hands forward, dropping your chest. So I forgot to cue this last time. So if your chin doesn't touch the mat like mine is, you can always just relax your forehead. So in puppy pose, your hips are in line with your knees. Your navel's drawn in towards your lower back. Deepen your breath. So really breathe into your chest, your shoulders, and have the action be almost like you're trying to flatten your armpits towards the mat. That's kind of like the action I like to take. Just deepen your breath. So with this practice, it's a lot of balancing, some strengthening, and really finding a deeper stretch. So from here, walk the feet forward. We're going to do some frog hops. So feet are wide, and then you're bringing the feet together. I think that I did 10. So do as many as you would like. Try to catch some hang time. So anytime in my videos that you see me going upside down, you can always pause the video and use a wall if you aren't there quite yet for inversions in the middle of the room. It took me a long time to get comfortable with that. And that really increased my heart rate. So finding child's pose to connect back to my breath. I had my heater going in my room that morning, so that's why that is there. All I see is like cords, but my view in front of me is rather pretty. So we're getting into the front part of our body. So finding hero's pose. So sitting upright. And I'm going to show you how you can increase the stretch. So you can come down to your elbows. Keep drawing the knees down towards the mat. The knees can separate if that puts less strain on the front of your knees. And if you have even more space, recline all the way down. So whatever feels good to you, sitting upright, you can come back onto your elbows and your forearms, or coming into supine Virasana. So reclined hero's pose. Just deepen your breath here. So I've reached my arms up overhead. I'm grabbing hold of opposite elbows. I am sending energy down through the tops of my feet, my shins, my knees, and my navel is drawing in towards my spine to protect my lower back. Stay with your breath, really finding stillness here, continuing to focus on your drishti of drawing inward. So I'm saying that in this video of my drishti, and typically it's like the tip of your nose or your middle finger in warrior two, or gazing down at your feet, what have you. But for me, I continue to have my drishti, my focal point, be inward. So with that, it was heart center, really connecting to myself during this practice. I've been having quite a bit of anxiety. So it's just been very helpful for me to check in, noticing how I'm feeling, what is showing up. That's always so important. Instead of just kind of being on autopilot or distracting ourselves, it's really good to just pause and notice. So doing some spinal waves here. Connecting movement with breath again. And finding downward facing dog. And then come into low lunge on the right side. So we're going to be opening up the quadricep, our shoulders, our chest area. So we're going to find low lunge and then sink into the front knee. So as we enter this posture, it's also a balancing. So I'm showing kind of like guiding. Draw your right knee back and then bend through your left knee. So we are stretching out the quad. I'm not exactly sure what this posture is called, but I haven't done it in a while. So we're going to take that kind of like mermaid variation in our low lunge. And whenever I started, I was a little bit too, I guess, like on my left knee. So I paused and I slid it back. So now I'm getting more closer towards my quad instead of being like on my patella, like on my knee. I know that I like talked through that entire side, so you may want to pause and just kind of see how to get into it. So just releasing the quad, releasing my hip flexor in Hanumanasana. And then we are going to switch sides. Downward facing dog. And let's find low lunge on the left. So getting into the right quadricep, right hip flexor, keep sinking into your left knee. So I'll try not to talk the entire time on this side. So if you want to just kind of watch how I get into the posture, and then you can pause it and practice it. Or you can do it with me if you already have this pose in your practice. So notice where my right elbow is, extending through the left arm. My chest is facing forward. And I think I'll lose my balance here, but that's okay. Yep. So slide the right knee back. So it's very important how the right leg is. So sliding the right knee back. That way you're able to come forward closer towards your quad instead of being right there on your kneecap. That was pretty intense for me. I haven't done that in a while. And then just kind of flushing everything out with a split. Just deepen your breath. We're going to come into wheel. So if you do not have wheel in your practice, you can come into bridge. But I wanted to come into wheel a little bit non-traditional. So lifting the hips up and toes are pointed straight ahead. Lift the hips and then circle the right arm back, ground down through the right hand. Find your Urdhva Dhanurasana and then circle forward with the left. Then reaching back with the left. So notice I'm placing my hands, and then circle with the right. Inhale right, find your wheel. And then follow with the left, drop the tailbone. One more time. Inhale, circle with the left, fingers pointed towards the heels. And then circle with the right, I believe. And hold your wheel. And whenever you're ready, lower all the way down, lifting both legs up. And come into reclined bound angle. So supine Baddha Konasana, placing one hand on your heart, the other hand on your abdomen. Feet are together. And lifting your legs back up, dropping both legs over to your right, gazing towards the left. Lifting the legs back up and switching sides. Legs back up. Find your happy baby. Grab hold of the outside of your feet, really rocking from side to side. Relaxing your shoulder blades, keep sending your tailbone down and drawing your knees towards the floor. And rocking up, we are going to finish with one more inversion. So that could be headstand, forearm stand, or handstand. So either practice in the middle of the room, or you can, of course, move your mat up against the wall. And coming down, find child's pose. And I went up one more time. So the first time I held it for, I think it was between 8 and 10 cycles of breath. And the second time, I believe I held it for 5 cycles. So whatever feels good to you. If you want to do the same inversion, or you can do another one than you did before. And continue to breathe. Whenever you're ready, coming all the way down. And taking your time finding Shavasana. And extending your arms and your legs, closing your eyes. Take a full inhale through your nose and empty out through your mouth. And one more time, full inhale, complete exhale. So I invite you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like. As always, thank you for sharing your time as well as your practice with me. Namaste.